Hello everyone, my name is Erin Urrego and this is Building My Veggie Garden. Welcome back! It is now fall, which is why we are going to be talking about the Seminole Pumpkin. Where does the Seminole Pumpkin originate from? Well, the indigenous peoples of the Miccosukee, Calusa, and the Creek grew it in a region called Chassahowitza, which is an area of the Gulf in southwest Florida. The name means pumpkin hanging place. It's said to be that the pumpkins that they were referencing were Seminole pumpkins. The pumpkins were documented by Panfilo de Narvaez in 1528 when he was on an expedition near Tallahassee, Florida, where it was under cultivation. These pumpkins are still growing in the wild in many states, from Florida north to Pennsylvania. They might even be growing in Massachusetts. The indigenous peoples planted these pumpkins at the base of dead oak trees in a swampy area and let them grow up to the tree. This gave the peoples a bit more privacy from the rest of the world. To preserve the pumpkins, they were sliced and dried. Because of their thick skin, the Seminole pumpkins can be stored whole for up to 2 months. With good ventilation and a dry location, they can last up to 1 year. Now for a bit of science. Another name for the Seminole pumpkin is the Cucurbita moscata. It is related to butternut squash and calabaza. The moscatas are usually round and dull orange, but still come in various colors and shapes. This could be because of the cross-pollination with butternut squash or another plant of the same species. That being the case, the inner flesh of the Seminole pumpkin is orange and very sweet. When they mature, they can weigh 6 to 12 pounds. The pumpkins can be planted in warmer areas of Florida from August to March. In North and Central Florida, they can be planted in the spring, which can be from February to April. This could be done in July in South and Central Florida if the planter can make sure pests won't get to them. Many planters choose to do this because the pumpkin is known as one of the few vegetables that can thrive in a hot Florida summer. Brave gardeners even plant it in the fall, risking the amount of time before it gets cold. It is recommended to plant seeds in an area that gets direct sunlight for 6 to 8 hours. The vines of this pumpkin can grow 25 feet or more. To give the pumpkins more room to grow, space them 4 feet apart, with rows 6 to 9 feet apart, or put it in a trellis for the vines to climb. The pumpkins need female flowers to pollinate them to be able to produce fruit. Planting flowers nearby is a good idea to push pollinators to pollinate the Seminole pumpkins. They should be ready to harvest within 3 to 4 months of planting. They should be ripe and sandy orange. Then put them away in a cool and dry place. The rest of the vine should keep producing until the first frost of the year. During the summer, the Seminole pumpkins thrive in the humidity and need little maintenance. So gardeners even say that they thrive on neglect. The vines may become weighed down by its pumpkins, which can make them appear more teardrop-shaped, while fruit that grows closer to the ground looks more traditional. Now on to a fall favorite, a DIY pumpkin pie and puree recipe. First, put foil in a sheet pan and preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Second, you cut the pumpkin in half and take out the seeds. You can cut the pumpkin in quarters if it is bigger. Bake the pieces of pumpkin for about 45 to 60 minutes. Then remove them from the oven when the flesh is soft and the pumpkin's shape begins to deflate. The color should brown, not burn. Wait until cooled down, then scoop out the flesh. Just to note, the flesh of a Seminole pumpkin is typically comprised of more water than traditional pumpkins. If there is more water in the flesh that was scooped out, remove the excess by squeezing it in a cheesecloth and letting the moisture go. Puree the drained pumpkin until it is smooth, which should be thick and be able to hold shape when you mold it. And there you have it. After the puree is done, it can be preserved in a fridge for up to 2 days. If you want to store it for longer, put it in your freezer where it will last up to 12 months. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for learning about Seminole pumpkins today. It was a pleasure to have you here in our garden. Please join us for our next episode where we will give you more tips about what plants are good for your garden. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our social media channels. See you next time. Bye-bye!